Hello, everyone. Let's see. I am okay, so I can see up there. I am excited. Oh gosh, how in the world can a person be nervous every time they get ready to do a live?
That's me.
That's you.
I think people think that it doesn't happen to me. It happens every single time.
It happens every single time.
Every single time. Yes.
Oh gosh. Okay. So I am excited on tonight to be joined by my wonderful coach. I put this thing together because in the midst of me celebrating my birthday, so many people were asking me, like, Shimona, you look so different. You look younger. Like, where did you go and what did you do? And like, what did you do to your skin? What did you do to your hair? What did you do? They had all these questions. And so I said, I would love to show and tell who's behind this amazing transformation. And not only you guys are getting what you see with me, but there's a lot that I have been keeping from you guys.
Ooh.
So this was the perfect opportunity for us to share. It's a perfect opportunity. So I said, hey, Tasha, would you come on and do a live with me so they can put a face with the name? And here we are. So everybody knows who I am. I'm Shimona Wimberly. I am the CEO and founder of Shakai Renee Jewelry and also the Success Strategist Institute. And I also I do work. I'm working. I have a contract job that I am working, and it was supposed to be temporary, but it's going on 2 years. But I have an amazing testimony about that as well. But before I get started, I would like to introduce none other than Tasha Chen. I had the phenomenal opportunity to meet her back in 2017, and we both were on a platform and we exchanged numbers. And you know what? It's like the rest was history. But let me tell you, this little ball of fire is amazing. She is an international speaker. She's an international bestseller. Her book, you guys have to get this book, but you'll understand why later as we go. She has had multiple successful businesses. When I was reading her bio, and I was like blown away. I'm like, you didn't tell us that, and you didn't tell us that. But I am so happy to have you, Tasha, with me here tonight, and I would like for you, if you would just take a moment and introduce yourself.
Well, this is so funny. This stumps me. People, whenever I get introduced, I sit there and I'm like, who are they talking about? Wait a minute, I can't have done that much in my short life. But my name is Tasha Chen, and I am the co-founder of the Science of Getting Rich Academy. I have the blessing and the joy of being in business with my best friend and business partner. And you know what? 10 years ago, we were just two business owners here in our town. We happened to meet through a networking event, and we decided that we were going to go for our dreams. And our dreams at the time, we were not in business together yet. We were just like, if we're going to do this thing, what would we want our life to look like? And we grabbed our journals, we wrote the wildest, craziest dreams, and the universe delivered. So today, wow, this is going to be our ninth year in business. We have now shown people from all over the world how to live the life of their dreams. Like, all that's still crazy to me. All over the world. And last time we checked, as of 2 years ago, 2018 actually, last time we counted, we had shown people how to make over $47.5 million. That's still crazy to me. And I am just out here, like my kids say, we're just out here in these streets. Literally, I'm just out here living my version of my best life and trying to show everybody else how to do the same thing.
Awesome. So Tasha, when I met you, that's exactly what you were doing.
Yeah.
And so I heard the testimonies and I heard these women um, giving their testimony with all this money, like thousands of dollars that you had helped them to reach, as far as their goals or whatever it was. But it was like numbers that to me sound out of my reach.
Yeah.
Whether I desired it in my heart, it just felt like it was not attainable. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I can never attach to her. But when we actually spoke at the event, we realized that we had taken a coaching class together,
Yeah.
speaking.
Yes.
Learning to tell our story with
Yes.
world famous Mr. Andy.
Mr.
And
Ian. Yep.
so you said, Mona, we both had coaching together in the storytelling. And I was like, yes, that's amazing. I said, so I hope to be able to connect with you one day on a platform. Now, mind you, I said that to you March 28th, 2017. And you wrote back to me in the message box, I will make that an attention. That's what you wrote. And I'm like, so even taking your classes, I'm like, I'll never be able to, do anything with Tasha. And here we are today. I was like, Tasha, I want to bring you on so so people can see you. And here we are. So I'm looking back through my notes and I come across this intention. So
Wow.
this is how powerful things work. But here's the key part. You said to me, you're going to make that an attention. It was an attention that you wrote, but it wasn't an attention that I wrote. Now
Mm.
here it is, 2017. You put me on your email list. I get all these emails from 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, and then 2021. I see this. I was in a place of being stuck. I had
Mm.
launched my business. I wasn't seeing the results that I wanted to see. I was just kind of like frustrated in my relationship, frustrated in just, I had, I believe I had gotten to a point where I knew that I had outgrown the Shimona, but I didn't know my next steps. And lo and behold, this challenge comes strolling through my Facebook. And I was like, what do I have to lose? Guess what? This is going to show me how to make money. I said, I know, I've heard her results and I enrolled. I didn't even tell you. I just enrolled in the challenge and I went to work. Everything that you told us to do every day, I was doing it. And I started seeing like little things. I'm like, this is working. And then a little more and a little more evidence and a little more evidence. And so I said, so at the end, at the end of the challenge, you invite people, if they want to learn more, to set up an appointment. I was like, Shimona, just go ahead and set up the appointment. Whatever they tell you, just cover your ears and say yes. And that's exactly what I did.
Oh
Now,
my
mind you, I would never, ever in my wildest dream invest that type of money in myself.
God.
But I understood in order for me to get to the next level in my life, in my finances, I could not depend on the knowledge that I knew already.
Yeah.
And that's why I decided, I said, Shimona, you are going to take a leap of faith on yourself. And in my mind, I said, whatever it costs me to invest in myself, all I'm doing is I know that that is the minimum that I will get back. So in my mind, it was like signing up was like a savings account to me.
Wow. That is such a great concept. Oh my gosh. Right? It's like an
Signing up,
investment. Yeah.
signing up was like a savings account to me because I knew in my mind that I was going to, at minimum, receive my investment back. And I am so happy that I did.
Oh my gosh.
So do you remember those things I told you that manifest?
Whoops. Go ahead.
Do you remember some of the things that I
Well,
told you. So
so
I actually made a list.
like listening to your story, listening to you tell it, there are parts of it that I know and parts of it that I didn't know, right? But I'm like combining the two stories together right now. And I'm like, I remember one of the things that you said was, I thought that $300 was a lot to invest in me. Right? I remember you saying that you could never see yourself like anything beyond that was like outside of your scope of what you could think, you could invest in yourself. And one of the things, because I remember everything. One of the things I remember is that you said like you realized you weren't investing in yourself more than that because you didn't believe in yourself.
That's right. That's true.
Right? It's like you
That's
didn't
true.
believe in yourself. So for me, hearing you say that day, you were just like, I'm going to take a bet on me. Like I'm gonna I'm gonna take this opportunity to invest in me. Like there's so many people, honestly, Shamona, that I have these conversations with, and I don't think they really realize that that really is, it's not, oh, let me pay Tasha for a coaching program, right? It really is. I mean, you could not have said it better. I am going to invest in me. And even if you don't believe in yourself right now, like that's the whole point is I'm going to invest so I can get to the point where I believe in myself, but to take a chance on yourself. Like all the successful people that we know, they all say, what's the number one best investment you'll ever make in your life? It's not real estate, it's not crypto, it's not forex, it's not all this other stuff. The number one thing is you, right? The number
Yes.
one thing is you. And so I love your story. And yes, I remember you have so many, right? There's like the first 30 days, then the 120 days. And then like I was driving home today. I'm like, I need to ask her before we get on this live. Like, did you ever buy that Land Rover? I'm like, there's so much, but anyway, go ahead, do your thing.
So, I had to go back and like jot down my notes, and some of the stuff I had forgotten that I did. So our first 130 days, 120 days, I'm sorry. We did our class the last week of March.
Okay.
So that would be like May. So in May, I received, I have May. Oh yes. So in May, I took this job part-time, right? And it's only supposed to be 6 months. It was a contract job, working with the government, right?
Yeah.
And so 6 months became 1 year. And guess what? I had went out and applied for other positions out there. I was like, okay, I like this. I can do this. And lo and behold, I applied. And next thing you know, I ended up receiving a raise of over $10,000. Like
I
one,
remember that.
you remember that?
Yes.
It was
Yes.
$10,995. I wrote that down. I was like,
Yes, I remember
and
that.
I was like, what? So that was my first. Okay, so there, look, already, guess what? I already got more than enough of my investment.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was the first thing. Then the second thing, Tasha, I don't know if you remember this. I called you and said, Tasha, I paid off 2 cars.
Yes. I remember everything.
I called you and I said, Tasha, guess what? Guess what? I made enough money that I paid off 2 cars. So all my cars, I had the titles to 3 cars paid off, no car debt. I'm like, yes, I'm rolling really good now. So now I'm like, okay, so now I put on my intention. I want to make at least $10,000 a month. And, at least for half of that to be savings every single month, because my bills were very minimal.
Yeah.
Guess what? I hit that mark. I was like jumping out of my mind. I'm like, yes, all my businesses together. I'm bringing in over $10,000. Don't have to touch, because that's my thing. I'm like, I don't want to touch my paycheck.
Yeah.
Listen, no.
Yeah.
So I want my expenses to come out of all my businesses, right? And
Wow.
so can you imagine that? I paid off two cars, which was like $12,000.
Yeah.
The increase of close to $11,000. And then I started generating over $10,000 a month. Now, mind you, it was basically like half of that before then. But because I stretched myself, the thing of it is, Tasha, because I told my friend Leslie this. I'm like, Leslie, I want to make $1 million in my business. I said, but I don't really believe that I can do it.
Yeah.
So that was my blocker. Like I
Yeah.
knew that I knew that I should be able to make it. Like it was frustrating me because I'm like, here I go. Okay, I have to sell how many pieces of jewelry? I need how many people to come on board? I need like I'm depending on all these people to help me,
Yeah.
and the help is not showing up. The sales are not showing up. And I'm like, okay, like I was frustrated. I was in a place of being frustrated. And I was like, this thing it only can help me. What can I learn? I can take away something.
Yeah.
Something is going to change change my life. And so that's where I was. I was just that eager to, surround myself with like-minded women. And that's another thing. Being able to be in a group that was so supportive. Like I remember when I was in the group and I was a little frustrated and I was talking about my jewelry. So you didn't know this. And I was frustrated about my jewelry. And I remember Jackie said, Mona, you can do some other avenues with your jewelry. You can do this. You can put it on this. You can put it on that. You can, if you wanted to, you can do Amazon, or you can do, like she gave me all these. I was like, oh yeah, I can do that. You're absolutely right. So I'm telling you, like when you have the right group of people around you that want to see you win, because they're in the same um like-mindedness. Like the energy is like, yes, let's celebrate her. Okay, now you share your goal. What's your goal? We all rally behind. Okay, you found some money today. Hey, guess what? That was more than what you had. You know what I'm saying? So it was really like exciting and uplifting. It was a change for me, because me being by myself, single, living in an apartment, um you know i I really didn't have a lot of interaction with a lot of people. So I
Yeah.
finished work, and Facebook, I can talk, whatever. But that was like the highlight of my time. So then I finished your 120 days, and I said, listen, I didn't even finish all the work that she told me to do here. I said, Tasha, I'm going to go back and repeat and catch up on the things that I did not do
Yeah.
before I go on to the next level. And you was like, Shamona, you are ready. And I'm saying to myself, Lord, have mercy. That's going to be a bigger investment. So I was like, okay, let me just close my eyes and just listen to Tasha. And Tasha was like, Mona, you got this. You got this. And surely enough, we went in hard again. And then Tasha, so at that point in time, it was coming up time to the renewal of my lease for my
Yeah.
apartment. And I was like, no, I know it's time for me to go. And so one of my friends, Janice, reached out to me. I was like, Janice, I have these two things that's on my credit and blah, blah, blah. She was like, well, let me help you. So she helped me. And so I decided to, work with her. And I went and I got pre-approved. And I said, okay, all I want is a little condo, a little townhouse. That's what I was saying in my mind. But now I have taken your classes, sat inside of this with this group, and everybody's posting up their dream house, or what their dream house. Visualize your dream house. Visualize your dream car. And then here I am coming back to I want a little condo.
I know.
So then I go into these places that the young lady is taking me. I'm like, I know she was frustrated because we went to at least 20 different places. And every time I would walk in and I look around, I'm like, but this is not what I envisioned. I remember coming back, I was crying. I was so upset. I'm like, well, am I supposed to get what I saw, or what am I supposed to get? Like what, what they said I was pre-approved for. So, that was a battle in my mind, and it had me crying because it was like, Shimona, your brain is making you settle, but you have been in a group and you have talked about what your dream house looks like. And so I was like, okay, I got with Janice. I said, Janice, this is what I saw. And this is what they say I qualify for. But Tasha, here's the thing. Here I am with my limiting beliefs. When I did my pre-qualification, I only did my income from my employer and not my business income. Because
Wow.
remember, I had just made all this money, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I go back and voila, ta-da, here we go. I can go shopping in a new territory, looking at what I really wanted to get. And here I am. What I envisioned, I am in a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath home, upstairs, downstairs, with a separate office, a separate playroom for my grandkids. And we live in a very, very nice community overlooking the lake because I love water from Florida. The marina is down the street. So let me tell you, it was like, ah. So I never even shared the story with anyone about the house or anything else. Nothing. So
Wow.
I'm telling you, everything was just like, and I believe that it's not just coming in here and getting with you and saying, Tasha, I want to be a millionaire, and I just dump it in your lap without
Yeah.
doing the work.
Yeah.
And it's not even just coming to you and saying, Tasha, I want to be a millionaire and I'm going to do the work, but I don't have belief. I don't believe that I can do it,
Yeah.
because you had me crazy, believing that some of the craziest, wildest things. So with the Range Rover, so let me tell you, a young lady, so Range Rover has always been my dream vehicle, and a young lady that was in the hospital called me and she said, Shimona, God told me to tell you to go get the Range Rover. And I was looking like, go get the Range Rover. That's more debt. I just made up. I don't want a car anymore. So guess what? So she was frustrated with me. She was like, Mona, did you go today? I was like, no, I didn't go. And then it's like 3 days later, she said, did you go? No. You are being disobedient. God told you to go get the car. So then guess what I do? I get on the phone and get pre-approved. I got pre-approved for the car. And guess what? Did not go and get the car. So every time I did not go and get the car. And I said, God, please don't hold that against me. God, please don't hold that against me. Because I was terrified of adding this debt back onto me. So yes, that's the Range Rover that's sitting over there.
Bottom line is, and like this is another thing, right? Like, in one of the things that I teach is, you'll set an intention for something that you want to manifest, right? And
Yes,
then you get it, and you have free will to go, oh wow, well, I proved I could get it, right? Like, it's
yes.
evidence. I prove I can have it. It's like, for example, I wanted to manifest. You guys know, like, my whole thing has always been a relationship. And so then I write all these things and I meet this guy and he's got all this stuff. And I'm like, oh, wow. And then he's not, doesn't, turns out he's not really the guy, but
I
he has
love
so
that
many
story.
things. Yeah. He has so many things. And I'm like, well, I proved I could do it. I was this close. So the bottom line is, you proved you could have a Range Rover if you wanted, right?
Yes,
That's
yes,
it. And that's what we love about being on this journey, is that all the choices become available to you. Everything
yes,
that you desire, you can pick, choose, and refuse. I wanted it, I don't really want it now. Like, it's such a different place than feeling trapped by life. And like
yes.
watching everybody else live their life go by. And I might not want a Range Rover, but you do, right? I
Right.
might want, whatever. One lady, her dream car was like the little Mini Cooper, and I see them driving around me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know how safe I would feel in that car. But that was her dream car. So it
Yes.
doesn't matter. Everybody has something different, but when you can be in a place where you're like, I could have it if I want. I put myself
Hmm.
in this position now where I could have it if I want. That is so, I tell people all the time, my biggest thing is not even so much like, yes, financial freedom is up there, but like why I want financial freedom? Because I love choice. I love being able to know I could have it if I want. I could.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I think when I posted that we were going to do this, I said in my post, I said it's been my joy to watch you become the you that you have become. And that's what I tell people all the time. It's like, Shamonia, it's like we met in 2017, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
like you said, you had the things that you were dealing with. Like you couldn't believe, and so many people watch my testimonials and they're like, it seems so like, wow, like even listening to you, like, wait a minute, you had $11,000 raise, then you got $10,000 a month in your business, then you paid off your two cars, then you got your dream house. I mean, like, I could see of somebody on the outside going, wow, is that really for real? And like, yes, it is for real. It's your limited thinking that's causing you to think it's not real, right?
Yes.
That's on
Absolutely.
you. That really is on you because these are real people who have done the work and changed their lives. And when I met you in 2017 and when we started working together last year, right? So
Yes.
2021, the only difference is that before that, you didn't know what to do. And I think you said it. You're like, you got to the point where you realize, I know this much and it's gotten me here. I want to go here, but I only know this much. So I got to get some help to teach me the things I don't know. So I get to, thinking and being and operating from a version of you that is a match for the desires that you have. And it's just a matter of somebody showing you how to do that, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
And so,
go ahead.
Tasha, and I just want to share this piece too. We talk about the money, and we talk about the journey with money, but also this is so much bigger than money because look at my total transformation.
I mean, you got
I
that
used to be
here, and I was like, "Who's the supermodel? Wait a minute, what's going on?" I've been seeing your birthday pictures. I mean, Shamonia, like, I get why your friends are like, "What has happened to you?" Because when I tell you, you look like $1,000,000, right? Like, it's crazy. You actually, here's the thing, right? You look like a different person.
yes, yes, and that's what I wanted to share. Not only it's not just about the money piece, like the relationship with my family has been healed, with my mom has been healed, even in what I expect out of a relationship, like literally, you know um like I would probably settle for different things, and now my thing is, can you take me to dinner, yes or no, because I want to be able to have an engaging conversation with somebody that's sitting across from me, and if you can't, then that's okay, because this is what Shimona deserves.
That's right. I was waiting for the word.
So
Are
I,
you
I
a
I
10 out of
found,
10 or
yes,
no? I deserve a 10 out of 10. And
that's
you're
right.
9.5.
So
It's been nice meeting you, but it's only a 10. Like, I'm not settling. It's only a 10. Right?
yes,
Yes.
yes, absolutely. So I just wanted to add that piece in there because I not only received monetary success, my whole life was transformed. And so, like, even with this transformation with the new Shimona, I'm like, Shimona, you haven't even gone shopping in years. Like, Tasha, my clothes are probably the clothes from 2017. And I just throw on a jogging suit and throw on a shirt with some different jeans. And so I said, I need a total transformation of my closet. So, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my gosh. I tell people all the time when you do the work on the inside, the
Yeah.
outside will take care of itself. You
Yes.
know? And it's just, I mean, I'm hoping that the people that know you even better than me are watching this and really affirming that they've seen the outside change. because you were in the background doing the work on the inside, you know, and it's just
Yes.
like, I can imagine you're like, well, what did you do? What did you do? What exactly have you done? Um, oh my gosh. Wow. Just wow.
So, yes, I just wanted them to see the amazing person that you are. And I want to publicly thank you so very much for what you have done, you and Diane, and all of the other coaches, Coach Naz and Coach Carla, and the lovely elite team. All of
Yes.
you ladies are amazing. And, so many people in that group have had success stories. So I celebrate them as well.
Oh my gosh. My face hurts.
So, Tasha, how can my friends, my family, those that are in your group, those that are all around the world, how can they contact you or get in touch with you to learn more about how you help to transform lives?
So we are this same program that Shamona joined like in February, right this time of year, March 2021. So a year ago, we now are inviting people to come on that same journey that she took with us. And we have this really small window because we just opened the doors to this program and it closes on Friday. So literally, I would love to talk to you. I would love to hear more about your dreams. What are some of the things that you're wanting to create that maybe you've put a limit on yourself with? And talk with you about how we can show you how to get there. The same steps that I guided Shamonia through. So if you're watching and that's you, you can go to helpmegetrich.com. Helpmegetrich.com, and there'll be a calendar there. It's a calendar from me or my team to get on the phone and just talk and hear, what your dreams are and show you how we can have you be living them as quickly as you can imagine. Because why spend time dreaming and wondering if you're ever going to have it? I want to spend my time doing work that guarantees that I'm going to live my dream, right? That's what I want for everyone.
Awesome. So I want to thank you, beautiful lady,
Thank
for
you.
joining me on this evening. It was amazing. Listen, so you heard some more interesting things that was manifest.
I know. I was like, wait a second. I thought I'm so good at getting everybody's things that they've manifested, but you popped a few out there on me that I did
Yes.
not know about. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for having me and thank you for sharing me with your people. And those of you that I get to talk to that are friends of Shamonia's, or even if you're watching on my platform and this caused you to book a call, I'm in the business of changing people's lives. Like that is the way you see me happy for her is the way I want to be happy for you. Right. So
Right.
go ahead and just let's talk. Let's figure out how we can make this happen for you.
All right. Well, thank you so very much. And I will post your link
Okay.
on my page.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank
Have
you.
a great
Thank
evening.
you.
Okay.
Good night.
Bye-bye. Good night.